Right, obviously you mentioned outside about cracking. One thing I do want to draw your attention to is this.
So, got some viewings today. We're going to go around sort of Worksop, Retford, Chesterfield, that kind of area. So we're going to go view some properties that we can do for social housing, hopefully. I always like to check out the brickwork from the outside. So if you have a look there, just always check the brickwork to see there's no cracks, there's nothing kind of in between the brickwork. And then you can see the kind of mortar in between the brickwork all looks quite uniform. The other thing we always look for is just on the roof, just to see, is the roof slanted? Is it at, at a pretty decent angle? Does it have any structural issues? Windows look pretty good in the house, so pretty happy with that as a first step, basically.
Great.
Oh, cheers, mate, thank you. It's probably as good as you're going to get for a front room, to be fair. That door's definitely needs replacing. A little bit of a crack there as well. Damp down here, and a bit more down here, but yeah, normally worry about stuff you can't see rather than stuff you can see, but this is definitely going to need all replacement. Especially tiles up here. Is wood panelling, that's all going to need replacing because that's all a fire hazard. Electrics look really old, so it looks like it's going to need a full rewire. Windows look okay. So first thing I always look at is just kind of beneath the windowsill and above the windowsill to see if there's any cracks. And there looks to be like, there's been some repointing at some point there. If you can see, there's a little bit of a crack up there. Not sure if you can see it.
Are you getting on? You've not got lost, have you?
Good, no, all good.
Roof looks okay at the front.
Yeah, roof looks decent to be fair as well. An old school, I'm assuming it's an old school landlord that's selling it and just...
Possibly, I've not met the owner on this one, to be honest with you. So,
brilliant. Looks good.
But, this is the first viewing today anyway, so I've only just got the keys for this one. Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
Do you know, would they take pre-auction offers if it was a decent
Possibly,
offer?
yes, because they haven't said no on this one, so yes, possibly.
Yeah, so it's not like a housing association or receivers or whatever.
Not that I'm aware, no.
Cool,
no.
brilliant.
Okay.
All right, thanks a lot for that. Cheers, Tom.
Tim.
Thank you for showing me around.
Close.
I don't know why I saved it. There is a Tom from SDL that I was speaking to at some point, I think.
Oh, was there?
That's probably why. So, I've just changed his name from Tom to Tim in my phone book. Yeah, so I think the property was a good property. It's obviously always difficult when you've got another person viewing the property with you at the same time. So the auction houses usually like to try and do that. They do open viewings so we can get a lot more competition and stuff like that. But to be fair, the chap was a really nice chap, and yeah, it was pretty good. I think the property will work layout wise. It's now just trying to figure out the numbers, what we can offer. This is number 5 now, having a look at it. Roof doesn't look great, in all honesty. It will definitely need looking into. So you can see there, lots of tiles missing. LED flashing looks not too bad, but lots of tiles missing. The ridges need looking into as well. The guttering looks okay, but probably needs looking into. So just lots of work that will probably need to be done on that roof. It doesn't look terrible. Can't see any major cracks on it. Looks okay from that perspective, but other than that, the lintels and everything else looks good. Come, let's go a bit closer and have a look at it. So, yeah, again, lintels look okay. No cracks in the brickwork. So again, just looking at, actually this has got pretty decent brickwork from the outside compared to a lot of the others, because that looks like it's been done up pretty newly. Oh yeah, you're right. On this one, what's the vendor situation? Is it a case?
It's ex-rental.
Oh, so ex-rental. Okay, fine. What, are they retiring landlords or?
I think tenant handed in the notice, decided that they wanted to sell it rather than
re-let it out, which has happened a lot in the market at the minute. Problem is going to be trying to create a room out of this front room, because normally we put a corridor down the middle, but if this is a supporting wall, you're probably going to have to put a beam across it, and this will be your kind of living space and then your kitchen area. Gold combi, don't know what that is, but never seen that before, but there we go. That's definitely going to need to be changed at some point. Looks ancient. Kitchen definitely needs replacing as well. I mean, that was a front door at some point. God knows why that's been put on the back door, but there we go. Yeah, again, roof's not great on this one, to be fair. I'll be honest though, the shared access just won't work, because when we're doing stuff for the social housing, you're dealing with vulnerable tenants. They need to have their own garden. So the fact that you're going to have other people going over the kind of garden, and I'm sure on the title deeds there'll be what we call an easement, and an easement is basically a right of way across something. So they'll have a right of way across the garden to use the shared passageway. Fine. Cool, okay.
Yeah, so I'd say 20 grand, 25 grand to do it up.
Yeah.
If you was to resell it, like put it back on market, done to a good standard, you get your money back, you put it on for 120, 240, something like that.
120, 140, nice, okay. So for the asylum contract, you don't think the shared access is going to be much of an issue?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
I can get clarity on it today.
Yeah, can you get clarity? Because I can then put an offer in accordingly, can't I? Cool, so that was Ollie, who works for the social housing company. So he's basically said that the shared access actually is not going to be too much of a problem, because he said for an asylum contract, for example, it's not as much of a problem. If it's like an ex-offender contract, then they can't do the shared access, because obviously it's ex-offenders. They don't want them to be in contact with other people necessarily. So that is very good news, to be honest with you. So I reckon we'll do our numbers on that, and that will be a really good house to be able to buy. That was at 95,000. So if we can pick it up anywhere close to kind of 85 to 90, spend maybe about 30 on it, it will be a quick turnaround for a 4-bed. We could probably get that let out for around 16,000 a year on the social housing contract. So yeah, that'll be a nice little property, to be fair. So apparently this one is double the size of the last one. The last one was at 95,000. This is at 140 though. So yeah, but it does, you can kind of see it looks like a much better street as well. Brickwork looks probably best brickwork you've seen today, I'd say.
Right.
Smells funky.
Yeah, so bit of a different backstory to this one.
Yeah.
It was an old lady.
Probate.
Passed away.
Passed away, yeah, so probate.
Family who was selling it. I believe probate's been granted.
Okay.
Shouldn't hold anything up.
Yeah.
To be honest, out of everything that I've got on my portfolio, this is probably
the best,
most suitable for what your guys are after.
Yeah. I did see this online and I thought, yeah, it's slightly above our budget, but it looks pretty good, to be fair, from a size perspective. So this is like a nice, easy room alone.
That's it. Obviously with separate entrance hall as well.
Yeah, and even though it's probate, it's actually kept in pretty good condition, so it probably just needs to change your carpets more than anything. Yeah. This is a nice house, to be fair. Good size. Yeah, I can see what you mean. Like, it's huge. Brickwork looks okay. There's maybe a bit of crack in there, but I can't see that being a major issue, to be fair.
Right, obviously you mentioned that side about cracking. One thing I do want to draw your attention to is this. It does go up onto the first floor. Now, obviously, whilst this is a structural wall, it is still attached to next door, and with the age of the house, it's kind of already stood the test of time. But just obviously...
Do you reckon this might be a collapsed drain or something underneath the house? Because you never normally get it on a party wall.
Correct. Yeah, correct. So potentially,
because you can see it's gone all the way up there as well. So it's a decent crack.
It goes on to the first floor, which you'll see as well. So I would just obviously bear that in mind.
The cracking.
Bedroom 2. This is the cracking.
Yeah, that is quite a deep crack. Yeah. They do say if you put a pound through and it can go through, then it's structural. That is definitely structural because it's going diagonal.
So obviously you use your own conveyancing company. Do you not bother with searches?
Don't do searches, so we indemnify searches. Our solicitor is Hetz in Scunthorpe as well, so he deals with all our cases. So we do about 5 to 10 a month with them, buying and selling, because we do a lot of auction trading. Yeah. So we'll buy a lot direct and then we'll just sell it again. Sometimes, like this one will need a survey, but on the other one we probably won't do a survey, to be fair, because we kind of know where we stand with it. So cool. All right. Perfect. Anything else as well? Just let me know. Appreciate that. Thanks a lot for that. Cheers. To be honest with you, it was really good to kind of speak to the agent, explain what we do, give them their our USP, because our USP is what sells everything. We do what we say we're going to do. When we put an offer in, we're going to buy a property and we can do it quickly. And even he was kind of surprised to say, well, how can you get the searches done so quickly? We indemnify them. do you need a survey and everything? No, we don't. So we can kind of take a view on things. So just by doing that, they want to build a rapport with you. They want to sell houses at the end of the day. He said it's quite quiet this time of year. So the fact that we can be able to buy it at a quiet period is really good for them, because they can still keep their business going and they can get their commission in while they're selling their properties. So yeah, stay tuned and I'll let you know what goes on with the offers that we put on both these properties. And I'll keep you guys up to date on all of those properties if they go through, and if they don't go through, we'll obviously track them and make sure that if they fall through, if they're sold to someone else, we'll then basically just constantly follow up to make sure that they either get sold to someone else and fully go through, or basically we'll pick it up. So I'll keep you guys up to date. Hope you enjoyed today, hope you enjoyed the content. Please like, share and subscribe on our YouTube channel, and hopefully you'll see more content like this coming out. If you've got any ideas, drop it in the comments, and look forward to speaking to everyone. Thanks.